Throughout my first semester as a comm major, I've learned much about digital and technological literacy through comm theory and practice. As a former business major, I never paid attention to how important it is to be digitally literate. Corporations worldwide are switching their business platforms to online models, recruiting is done online as well, and prospects can be easily searched through various social media. Cynthia Self describes technological literacy as reading, writing, and communicating within computer-based environments, all of which have come to be socially identified as literate activities. In simple terms, it's not just knowing how to use a computer, but how to use computers and other technology to improve productivity, learning, and performance. Technological literacy has become fundamental to an individual's ability to navigate through modern society. For example, LinkedIn is a social networking site designed specifically for the business community. The goal of the site is to allow members to establish and document networks of people they know and trust professionally. Recently, many companies require prospect employees to provide them with a personal LinkedIn page where the business can then examine everything from degrees to previous jobs to connections from their prospects. Kevin Kelly emphasizes that we are people of the screen in his article, Becoming Screen Literate. He believes we must learn to use words fluidly like images on screens. Once we've practiced and mastered the manipulation of media on screen, we become visibly literate. Visual literacy, textual literacy, and technological literacy all make up the concept of digital literacy. I don't believe I ever realized how digitally literate I am. As a millennial, I utilize technology virtually every minute of every day. Whether it's using my phone to text or socialize, using my Fitbit to time workouts during track practice, or even writing essays, technology has integrated itself into my life. I've become so dependent on technology to the point I cannot see how my life could function without it. This was made clear to me after we finished our 48-hour phone log experiment. In total, I spent almost 6 of the 48 hours using my cell phone. 6. This included texts, phone calls, social media apps, checking the time, and playing games on my phone. Assuming that at least 16 of the 48 hours was spent sleeping and 6 were at practice, that gives me 26 hours to eat, go to class, socialize, and do homework. This experiment made me aware of what kinds of things I was using my phone for. I found I used mine mostly for texting and social media. This linked to how technology impacts participation in society. Being digitally literate helps to improve the notion of the participatory culture. People are given a voice. Reingold states that participation is power. This means people are given the opportunity to mix media such as text, pictures, and video to express themselves. Henry Jenkins states that some benefits of the forms of participatory culture are opportunities for peer-to-peer learning, changed attitude toward intellectual property, the diversification of cultural expression, the development of skills valued in the modern workplace, and a more empowered conception of citizenship. Aided by digital literacy, today's participatory culture could help better society as a whole. Today, self-expression is no longer suppressed. In fact, it's encouraged. At the beginning of the year, we were given the opportunity to start up a blog and write about whatever we wanted. We used WordPress to style and design the page to our liking, and we were given the freedom to write about anything we wanted. WordPress is a great tool. It links together multiple media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to create a new form of social media. WordPress allows its users to design their own page and manipulate how they present content to the audience in any form they like. It also gives the creator's audience a chance to speak back to the WordPress admin through the blog's comments. Learning how to utilize a blog proved to be very important when perfecting digital literacy. As a new blog writer, I needed to figure out how I was going to get people to read my posts. This is where Twitter came in handy. Twitter is a social media platform that connects people through their usernames. Users directly tweet each other, retweet each other, tag each other in tweets, and utilize hashtags to link with other tweets regarding the same topic. Because my blog was about food, I used specific hashtags to draw attention to people searching specific food items. Hashtagging words such as hashtag dessert or hashtag breakfast places the tweet into a pool of other tweets using the same hashtag. Other tweeters who clicked on that specific tag would be redirected to a page filled with tweets containing that said tag. I also began to follow accounts related to food, and I started to gain followers quickly. The more my Twitter account had, the more my blog was read. Another tool that proved useful in my journey to blogging was a site called Pocket. Pocket is a read it later application where users can save pages to utilize at a later time. It also conveniently connects both cell phones and computers, so I could easily read an article on my phone, save it to Pocket, and use it later on my laptop. It also allows users to categorize sites that they find interesting. An application we learned to use in coordination with Pocket is called Zite. It works as an aggregator of different content and stories, all based around the user's selection of topics. Zite provided me with a ton of content, like recipes and pictures, which I saved in my Pocket app. From there, I was able to share those articles on Twitter or utilize them in my blog. Sometimes I would follow the recipe step by step. Other times, I would use different parts of different recipes and twist things around to make the food my own. Kirby Ferguson states that everything is influenced by something else. In this sense, every one of my food videos was influenced by something that I saw either online or in person. Whether it was a recipe I found on Zite or a video I saw on Facebook, I took ideas and remixed them into something else. I used Facebook a lot for my recipe remixing ideas. Facebook is a social networking website that allows its members to connect and share with their friends online. It's one of the largest social media platforms with over 1 billion users worldwide. Facebook was a great tool for me when I was searching for existing recipes or videos to recreate for my blog. In a sense, I remixed these existing ideas into something of my own. In Ctpf, we spent a whole class period cutting apart old magazines to create something completely new. Some people cut out letters to make words with spelled out phrases. Others glued various images together to invent a whole new picture. It was fun and interesting lesson to show how foggy copyright laws really are. Remixing is something that really sparked curiosity in me. Copyright laws only protect certain things, like whole movies and songs, but it doesn't specify whether people can reenact scenes from movies or recreate songs. It doesn't protect someone taking clips from two different movies and mashing them up to create something totally new, and this intrigues me. Technically, like Ferguson did state, everything is influenced by something else, so how do we determine what's legal? The skills that come with being digitally literate are extremely important to have and are necessary to succeed. It gives people a voice to express, remix, and create any sort of content they desire and share it wherever they like. Technology has brought countries and cities on opposite sides of the globe in close contact, which is an incredible feat nobody would have imagined 20 years ago. Technology is the future. We live in an ever-changing world that is developing more rapidly than it ever has. Every day, technology is advancing, becoming a greater influence in our lives. We've come to a point where knowledge of how to use these technologies is required to live out a daily life. By becoming digitally literate, we will always be ready for the rapid changes in our technological savvy society.